there, I'm Amy Connell. Welcome to Graced Health, the podcast for women who want simple and grace-filled ways to take care of themselves. I'm a certified personal trainer and nutrition coach who wants you to know your eating, movement, and body don't have to be perfect. You just need to be able to do what you're called to do. This is an Ask the Trainer episode where I answer questions you may have about either your movement or your eating or how they work together in about 5 minutes. Today's question is, why do I gain weight after a couple hard workouts? Oh boy. Don't we all know this? There is nothing as frustrating as having a couple days and a couple really great hard workouts. You get on the scale a couple days later and it's gone up. Now, I would be remiss if I did not mention that the scale is but one tool to measure our success and how well we are doing. I think today's discussion or lesson is going to further solidify that for you. So this is what happens. And I actually have to give credit where credit is due. I follow a sports dietitian by the name of Nancy Clark. She's a registered dietitian, I think based out of Boston. And she had this out there and I thought, this is something that really needs to be passed on. So this is actually from her blog. I highly recommend if you're on Twitter, go follow her. She's at Nancy Clark RD, I'm pretty sure is what it is. I'll put it in the show notes, but her blog post was the inspiration for today's. So this is what happens. When we have a couple very intense workout sessions, our body releases a hormone that holds water into the body because this is a survival response to the threat of dehydration. If you have been exercising a lot, if you have been sweating a lot, then your body, which is a very complex and complicated machine that is wonderful, but it says, oh, are we going to get dehydrated? This is one of the very first things that I need to protect is my hydration level because as we all know, hydration is everything. It's so important. We can't go without water for a while. So this is actually your body just holding on to water. If you want to call it water weight, you can, though it's a little confusing, but it's really a hormone that causes this to do that. It is not fat. Let me repeat, it is not fat. It is a normal response. So the way that you can get rid of it is to just recover from your workouts, eat normally, eat whole foods, quality foods that your body needs, and it will balance itself out. I know that it can be very confusing to get on the scale and go, oh my gosh, it just went up 3 pounds. Well, keep in mind that 1 pound of fat is equal to about 3,500 calories of energy. Calories are energy. So this is good because depending on how much your body uses, you may need significantly less than that and probably even more like half of that to just survive. So if something were to happen, you want some fat, you want some stored calories. That's just the way that our bodies were designed. So those are not a bad thing to have. So if you get on that scale and it is 3 pounds over, I'm trying to do the math in my head. Why can't I do that? That's 10,500 calories. That's a lot there's no way that you actually gained 3 pounds over the course of 2 days. I mean, maybe, but more than likely, that's just your body kind of out of balance. It's a little bit of water weight, and it will settle back out after you resume your own homeostasis. So if you find yourself weighing, and I hope you're not weighing too much, by the way, because that's just one tool. It's just one thing. But if you weigh yourself and find that you've gone up a couple pounds, don't worry about it. Get yourself back to your natural rhythms. And especially if those few pounds are right after a couple of really hard exercise sessions or workouts, it'll work itself out. Hey, make sure that you go over to the Graced Health Podcast Facebook group. I would love to hear from you over there. And that is all for today. Go out there and have a graced day.